advantage of that one.
Oke guys,
and just
kita
literally
meski
went
ke
on
game
ahead
yang
and
ketiga
creative
antara
about that.
Bigetron
I like
Alpha
the move to go
melawan
into the
Brand.
EXP lane. Thank
Apa Brand?
goodness for that, because
Oke lah.
I personally
Masih
despise
tetap
Roam
sama, Superken
Rubies
pakai
because
Joy dan Kyle
like, you
Tzi
get a Franco,
pakai
it does
Fanny guys
the
ya.
job a lot better, but looking at where Sorizo
Sama-sama
is
player
drifting
Fanny
with
sih guys
Ruby,
dari
going to
Superken
EXP
sama
lane,
Kyle Tzi
good.
ya.
Make sure that
Coba
he
kalau
gets the
dari
last
segi
calls to be
GG
able to
sih menurut
sustain.
gua lebih GG
And especially
Superken
when
guys
facing
ya.
up against AP Brand, the common style that Bigetron Alpha usually play is this AoE damage and AoE lockdowns. This has been the case since game number 1.
Seperti biasa awal-awal jadi
yesterday, I believe it
buff
was a
dulu lah
Burnex
ya.
flash, and that
Kayaknya
unfortunately
masih
didn't
tetap sama,
work
dia
out for them.
pakai Angela.
This time Super Vin's gonna try and
VN.
invade. Alvin will spot him out.
Saya
Please don't get the
Oke.
buff. Woo!
Kaget
That
sih
was
guys.
very close. Super Vin just committed.
Wah, berusaha mencuri tapi gagal guys ya.
First blood away to Kauti.
Udah buang flicker juga guys.
Yeah, Super Vin overextended just a little bit. So
Tapi nggak apa-apa guys ya. Kita lihat aja guys.
His own orange buff, so everything is still a-okay. But Bigetron Alpha burning that flicker right off the bat. Looking at the seconds, yeah, Super Vin doesn't really have the flicker going into the first turtle fight, so that might be huge. No flicker wall charge anymore for the side of Bigetron Alpha.
Kautizi even
Superken masih level 3 guys.
hit for first. Superken starved out of his own jungle. Kautizi also finding another one of the camps on that towards the bottom end. They do slow down the Joy a little bit, which is already a hero that isn't the fastest when it comes to playing jungle, so a slightly good start for AP Brand.
Yeah, this time around it's a lot different, right? Super Marco back onto something that he's more
Kyle
comfortable
Tzi,
with, I believe, on the
Super
carry as
VN.
well, but look at
Wah,
Super Vin, he's
tumbang
getting
guys.
toned down low.
And he's gonna be taken
Untuk
down.
kedua kalinya ya.
Drop once more. That's 2-0 for Kautizi.
Iya.
As a Fanny, he's gonna be very, very happy with the result.
Definitely, right? Like, you're snowballing. It's the same idea as your high percent
Saken.
game number 2. But going to the later parts of the game, we've seen how Fanny can fall. The only thing that Fanny can also comfortably do in the later parts of the game is
pertama,
to basically cut away, play crossmat, right? Because of the rotations a lot faster. But apart from that, the turtle is up, and I don't think Bigetron Alpha does have the priority over that. Super Bin
Pertanyaan
slowly
masih
ticking
aman
towards
banget
level
ya.
4, doesn't have the
Tapi
flicker.
hati-hati sama
Super
Okun.
on the other side of the map, Okun will be there.
Level
to
4
spot
guys
him out.
soalnya guys, Superken guys.
Completely harassed in the jungle. Might need some help from Key just to secure the purple buff. On the other end, Kautizi will get his. Super Vin once more in the rough spot. Doesn't have the ultimate anymore, so has to be very, very careful as Q comes in as well. Kautizi pops concentration and then run down the Bigetron Alpha. 1 versus 3,
yang
not a
namanya
problem.
darah
Alvin
segitu
by
terus
his
pulang
side.
guys ya. Jarang
But
banget
not
guys.
4 yet, so
Nah,
no
baru
divine
kali ini ya.
No Divine Judgment, it was already used as well. If you notice how AP Brand
Jarang,
and Bigetron
guys,
Alpha is just
jarang
reading each other like a book.
Darah
The
tinggal
both
sebar
of
aja
these
biasanya terobos
rollers
maju
just
aja loh guys.
on the
Itu guys,
opposite
tipikal
side of the
VN ya.
map, just trying to slow down Kautizi. Facing no issues right there, still at least secure his own purple buff. But Superken, like I said, this Superken's drop is the same as game number 2, right? Just to run down when Few goes into Cal Altar and then
Juga
deny that, and then
Marco.
he can retreat and he can run away. His job is done.
Saki will clear the entire wave. It's just a classic carry game. If you can bully in lane, it'll take a lot of time to go up.
Set, Kyle
Superken
Tzi.
showing up from Turtle as well.
Loh. Superken, dapat gak guys Superken guys? Lah, Kyle Tzi yang dapat coy. Ah, malah tumbang juga.
Kautizi as he goes on the killing spree. This time Superken ends up going down.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Zo.
Flap TC still chasing on against Sorizo though. Key is still around there at the same time, but this is where AP Brown really wants to be in the early game, right? Like, Cal TC kept taking 3 kills, taking turtles for his name at the same time. Taking a look at the emblems, I think the most interesting one, in my opinion, is definitely focusing mark for Super Vin. Knocks everybody up in the air, and then all of a sudden, hey, you know, you also do bonus damage towards everybody. But I think the question is, Sorizo.
Loh.
Actually put under the tower and killed off.
Oh, kan kena tower ya guys ya.
That struck to deal the truckload of damage.
Hampir aja guys.
A bit of an unlucky one for Flap TZ. Didn't have to sprint either way. Consecration was also down. Actually went for the Impure Rage instead of the Brave Smite.
I think it doesn't really matter for the side of Flap TZ. If you notice,
Saken.
Flap TZ really wants to sustain as much as possible
Dar,
in lane.
kena guys.
And this bonus movement speed allows him to stick onto this target as much as possible to land on the Ionic Edge over and over again. The damage actually stacks out of control, and it does a lot of damage. If there's this one time I was casting and I saw Uranus does 48% of team damage, yeah, that's the whole idea of Flap TZ, right? But however, Flap TZ also go for the common emblem, right? Non-stop mana is exactly what a Uranus needs. Just stay in lane. Just stay in lane.
Gameplay is gonna slow down just a little bit for AP Brand
Iya,
at least.
Tzi.
And I think, you know, these kind of game states, it's minor good news for Bigetron Alpha. You don't have Kautizi running around the map. You are not allowing him to
Dominan
further
Ice
that
sudah
snowball.
diamankan oleh
The
Sorizo.
conversion is going to get mitigated for AP Brand. So we will be in the stalemate for a little bit. It's 1.5k goal advantage for AP Brand.
Yeah, not a big one, right? We saw how Bigatron Alpha can also
Sepertinya
swing
malah
back
Victor udah
the
diamankan oleh
economic lead
Kyle
because of
Tizzy.
that one.
Iya, gak
But
kena,
Saket
guys.
on this Beatrix against Super Marco. This time around, Super Marco is able to stabilize. It's not as bad as the Harry game in game number 2. So that's A-okay. AP Brand, I think, because gets that
Janus One
additional
udah
goal lead, it's
diamankan oleh
because of
Super
the
Ken.
one turtle
Masih main
they
santuy aja
took,
guys
and
ini guys.
also Calteezy on
Main
3-0-0.
pasif
It's
aja
a
ya.
perfect game for
Super
Calteezy.
Ken.
Super Ken is actually going
Suri
hunting.
gak guys? Dah, oke.
The retry
Dapat
war.
sih.
Oh,
Can
no.
actually
Dapat,
was
guys.
that one. The retribution
Kelas.
used way too early by Calteezy, so Super Ken stealing it without using much effort. And when we look at the emblems also, Saken, he's actually running the lethal ignition, right? So you watch out, he's gonna
Sorizo
three-shot you
masih main
with that
santuy.
bonus damage from the Nibiru, something that you gotta respect a bit
Altar,
more.
guys. Ada
Sorizo
altar
getting
guys.
ran down on the
Sorizo.
top lane, but
Sorizo pakai Ruby ya terlalu
no
kuat lah guys
problem.
ya. Yang bersama
Not able to
seperti Uranus.
finish
Wall
things off.
charge VN.
And
Oh, Gun.
Super Ken,
Apa iyo
meanwhile,
Super
they're trying to
Ken-nya?
run down
Kelas
on
banget.
one
Calteezy.
ends up falling. Calteezy taking a big snipe from Saken. Ends up having to retreat.
Tipis banget loh guys.
Alpha slowly
Itu
coming
Lord yang
online
kedua belum
bit
diambil-ambil
by
guys
bit,
sampai menit
just
6.
taking these pick-outs
Ini
and
nanti
focusing
gak ada
on
apa namanya
Saken.
turtle lah,
That
turtle
means
kalau
Saken
Lord
have a
sih.
really good time
Turtle yang
taking
ketiga gak
down
ada ya
this
guys ya.
1v1.
Yeah, man. Like, right now, the turtle is completely forgotten by both these two teams because both these two teams are looking to play the purple buff as if it's a turtle itself. Now, Calteezy
masih
getting
aman,
put
guys.
off from the purple buff is huge. So, for a couple more minutes,
Langsung
AP
ambil Lord
Brand
guys.
wasn't able
Lord
to
lagi turtle lah ya.
or pressure
Turtle
against
kedua.
Bigatron Alpha. That's Bigatron Alpha's way to slow down Calteezy. We saw that happen in game number 1 of EVOS Legends, and now Bigatron Alpha all of a sudden because of that
Super
thing,
Ken.
that fact,
Mereka harus main
turtle
seperti
priority.
I'm offended to
Waduh.
pull in on it too. Calteezy trying
Dapat
to
gak
buy
guys?
as much
Dapat
time
gak
as
guys? Dapat
possible.
gak guys?
Unfortunately,
Dapat
Calteezy
guys
ends up
ya.
being stunned, so
Calteezy
can't
agak
catch the
telat ya.
They get the divine death from Zorizo, who just
Bahkan ada
walks
altar.
out of there without taking much damage at all, even though Super Marco is around. And
Conceal,
Bigatron
conceal.
Alpha just disengages and even takes the
Bahkan wajib
K1
curi
win
sih
on
ini,
the
guys.
way out.
Oke.
Super Ken not done just yet.
Masih aman guys.
Electrifying Beak is used, gets the purple buff for himself once more. Calteezy slowly getting punished in his own jungle as Latifi be forced to disengage. All 5 members of Bigatron Alpha pushing AP Brand out of their own jungle.
Yeah, Bigatron Alpha currently winning the economy lane. Just take a look. Saken is already leading in terms of the gold,
Calteezy.
just like 300 gold behind. That's
Ada
one
Saken
component
juga
behind,
ya.
right? So which means Saken is gonna hit the critical mass in terms of the damage first as compared to Super Marco. But same problem could be said over the side of Bigatron Alpha, right? They take another purple buff
Super
away from
Marco-nya,
Calteezy
cuy.
once again, and
Santai
then immediately
dulu,
you
guys,
see
ya.
how Bigatron Alpha is rotating super efficient, right? Take the turtle up top, go down, invade purple, and then go back to secure their own purple buff to deny Calteezy from that purple buff away. Calteezy right here, this is a very big speed bump that he has to speed through. If you take a look at the items, yeah, exactly right? BOD going in, but it's more expensive to build a Beatrix X compared to a carry, so carry is still not too far
Oke,
behind.
Super Ken dan
However,
Sorizo.
another key thing to also look out for Super Ken going
Tarik
for
Piu.
more expensive
Piu.
items.
Oh iya ada altar cuy.
Few
Tapi itu
forces
kalau
of
digasin
Altar
bisa sih. Nah.
Altar will expire. And
Oke
Super
lah,
Ken
tapi
just
udah
runs it down
balik,
with
cuy.
electrifying beast. Meanwhile, they're gonna
Paramis,
go on
Paramis,
this
ya,
block
ya.
that doesn't really care too much.
Yeah, like this time around, Awkward, even though you sport a counter against Joy, this is literally logic, right, for the side of everybody. But then again,
ya,
Awkward
Wall
was able to
Charge,
outplay
masih
nothing
aman,
but
guys, ya.
Super Bin, Wall Charge, the air.
Lu Piu.
Not able to get a connection.
Wah,
Doesn't
Piu-nya
really
tumbang
matter.
lagi
Saken
guys.
just
Main
destroys the
10
health
detik
bar
lah ya.
few. And Bigatron Alpha coming
Calteezy
online.
dar. Wah, masih aman cuy.
Speed is Saken almost 2-shots him. And AP Brad, they just could not fight this. They need to buy time for Super Marco to come online.
Yeah, Calteezy once again, and the
Oke
purple
lah
buff
guys ya,
already
Lord
gone.
pertama
I feel like
guys.
teams right here need to know how to deal with an assassin that relies on purple buff. And then again, you need to deal with how Bigatron Alpha is dealing with
Sorry,
AP Brand because this is so annoying,
Lightning
right?
Truncheon
Calteezy is
udah
literally
diamankan
out
oleh
of the
Piu
game.
dan
Only
Super
thing
Ken
to do
dapetin Lord
is only
pertama
split
cuy.
pushing, and this is
Santai
not a
dulu
very
ya.
good sign for AP Brand. Now to the Lord's taken down by the side of Bigatron Alpha is very comfortable because AP Brand has
Malah
no
Victor
wings.
udah
AP
diamankan oleh
Brand has no
Saken.
map pressure at all. Damage leaderboard, most of them Super Ken, but that damage is kind of deceiving. The damage is mostly going to against few with the
Super
altar,
Ken-nya.
right? So Yeah, main goal Super Ken just deny the call Alpha once again. Bigotron Alpha
di sini Super Ken menang level atas Kelta Z ya guys ya. Jadi soal level dia aman banget cuy.
Yeah, it's a very frustrating game for AP Brand. Very frustrating game for Calteezy, especially when you're up 3-0. You have a pretty substantial lead, and then suddenly it all gets shut down because you lose one purple buff fight. And that just escalates into this Lord barreling down the middle lane. Your side lane's getting pressured, and Bigotron Alpha knocking on the front doors again. You look at the level differential, right? Bigotron Alpha slightly ahead in terms of experience. It's going to be Zorizo with the pullback on the Flatteezy. How Alta will be there to save it. And even respond.
Wah, Sakennya. Hati-hati Saken.
Immortality. Calteezy to the back ends up getting pushed back by Super Ken as he gets electrocuted alive.
Iya, itu
looking to fry
Super
AP
Ken.
in their own base. Flatteezy dropping
Kalau
low.
di sekarang banget, aduh malah sorry yang tuh guys. Hati-hati lo, hati-hati lo. Kelta Z soalnya itu GG banget guys dia guys, sumpah dah.
Yeah, good defense coming out from AP Brand. Once again, Bigotron Alpha taking it slow just a little bit. They want to take even more than they could expect right there, right? They're paying the price by losing Zorizo right there. But if you notice how Super Ken, right? Two-shotting Calteezy because of the electrocution.
Lumayan 2 bar.
From that ultimate is enough to push Calteezy away. And don't forget, Calteezy doesn't really have enough damage to assassinate because Key is just sticking onto Super Ken. And once again, finally, Calteezy this time around secures his own buff. So that's a good sign of relief for the side AP Brand, but is it a little bit too late?
It could be, right? AP Brand playing catch-out game. I know that 2.5k go behind, and it's not that significant yet, but you look at the XP differential. When that Lord spawns in another 50 seconds, Calteezy will never win the retreat fight because he's just behind Super Ken in terms of level.
Yeah, Hunter Strike this
Blood
time around
Wings
being built at the very least, so
Super Ken.
more burst damage, but Super Ken goes in full Blood Wings already. This is like licking item for joy, whereas Calteezy just running through scraps, just taking out breadcrumbs from the streets of Bigotron Alpha after, Bigotron Alpha has been looting all across the board from the side of AP Brand. And now with the Lord coming up in the next 20 seconds, AP Brand, they're not in a good position, right? You talk about the level differentiation.
Menit 12 guys ya, ini bakal ada Lord yang udah level 2 guys.
The fact that AP Brand is basically fighting on their side of the map.
Jangan tabrak, sabar ya, sabar.
A Fanny, right? That's supposed to
jangan asal tabrak guys, bahaya guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Flatteezy, he's trying to open up a lot of this space, but you can see that even
soalnya
his
ini match
durability has
juga
its
ya guys ya.
limit. When Saken is on top of him on his spear tricks, I mean, Super Marco, there's not much opportunities for him to fight. There's so many things you need to worry about, right? You gotta worry about the Grog running in your face, you gotta worry about Zorizo pulling you, you have to worry about Super Ken dancing on top of your body, and also Saken just snipes you from 10 miles away. Bigotron Alpha at the start on this Lord right now. Ogwen with the conceal, Zorizo is gonna instantly see it. Get the delay as now. Where is Calteezy? Still taking the purple ball. This Lord is gonna be gone. I do not think that AP can win this, but they gotta try anyway.
Tapi waduh, Zorizo masih aman guys.
Try to look for the kill.
Flatteezy yang tumbang malah.
Runs away and
Iya, alternya terlalu telat ya guys ya.
Yeah, Saken landing down Nibiru's passion right there. I think it's just luck. Calteezy ate couple of shots right there. Calteezy immediately disengaged, right? He tries to go for the cleanup right there. Zorizo, Brave Smite's coming in just in the nick of time. Zorizo basically being the pseudo tech. Let's take a look at the replay, right? Like, the knockout was there. Also was able to catch Zorizo, but Zorizo doesn't really care. He's more than happy to absorb that and notice it because Bigotron Alpha.
Gue yakin sih Calteezy pengennya nginter si Saken guys ya, cuma ya malah ke arahnya Ruby ya.
It away cleanly. Cal also, even though was already proc, Bigotron Alpha
yang paling diincar siapa namanya? Calteezy ya si itu sih, si KY sama Saken guys.
Alpha, they still secure the Lord. AP Brand tried to punish Bigotron Alpha, but will not be able to find anything there.
Here comes the Lord. Mid inhibitor down and ready. Calteezy can't hold a candle to Super Ken. The Joy is just outputting too much damage. That's without the help of Angela. So Calteezy is going to try to cut the wave as much as possible. They will scout out the members of Bigotron Alpha in the bottom side jungle. I guess the silver lining is that they still keep both the side link inhibitors alive.
Dominan Ice sudah ada one ke VJN, WON udah ada one ke Super Marco.
Does have the malefic roar, so more damage against the turrets, right? Maybe this time around, AP Brand looking for a concealed play right here, looking for anybody, but look at that. Saken is scarce. AP Brand couldn't reach Saken at all. Saken is the main damage dealer from the side of Bigotron Alpha. If you take a look at the items, yeah, Wind of Nature, just in case Super Marco knows he's not going to do any damage at Beatrix at all. And not only just that, right? If you take a look, Angela Key already going in. NOD for good measure. Ice Queen 1. Going into Holy Crystal, she's going to heal even more. Do a bit more, tad bit more damage. Not only just that, the utility that Angela brought onto the table is just so annoying and painful for AP Brand to deal with.
Especially for Flapteezy, right? You can't heal as much with the consecration anymore. The healing reduction from
Oracle too.
Yeah, and Oracle is just so. A lot of things are getting mitigated, right? Biggotron Alpha, they mitigate the healing from AP Brand, but they increase, they amplify the healing for themselves. And look at Kaltizi, he's going to be playing on that bot side, just constantly trying to see if he can find a pickup. If not, he's going to try and cut the wave, put the pressure onto Biggotron Alpha side lane. Unfortunately, the Lord is on the top side.
Yeah, Biggotron Alpha, I think the only way they need to try to solve this problem, right? Kaltizi is saying, okay, you know what? I know I cannot actually team fight you like this 5v5. The only thing I can do, send Kaltizi start doing hit and runs, right? Top side, bot side, until eventually Biggotron Alpha start to lose a lot of structures, and that's how AP Brand is gonna have to try to stay in the game. And if you notice from the side of Biggotron Alpha, there's not anybody that can comfortably rotate and match up the tempo that
Lord yang ketiga kok
AP Brand needs to fight 4v1.
Lord ketiga yang masih level 2 ya.
Noticing that, if you notice, they're spreading themselves apart, right? Because they know Kaltizi can be anywhere. They need a quick task force to deal with this raiding Fanny.
And also, you want to be aware of the peak potential that Awkward poses. You can see Flapteezy, he's going to be putting his body in front once more to Biggotron Alpha. I think you just make the call to rush on the Lord, right? The Fanny is not going to be there in time. You have more than enough damage. Where is AP Brand in the situation? They gotta be there right now. You see the conceal play from behind.
Nah, lu. Waduh, Kaltizi yang dapat, guys. Wah, Sakennya juga tumbang lagi. Tapi Kaltizi tumbang sih.
Was immaculate from AP Brand. Immortality Superman goes down. Super Marco outputting the damage. Superman is dead. And we'll find him. But is it enough though? The Alice, he can't keep him alive for long enough. Superman ends up falling. It's still Flapteezy against Dorizo and T. All the front liners support. Power up to fight is an even trade. But AP Brand with heroic save this game
lah, 3 tuker 3 coy. Jadi Lord kali ini kemungkinan besar ya masih aman lah. Taruh bawahnya bisa tumbang sih guys itu guys.
When the late game comes, Super Marco pops off. You saw the damage that he was able to output there.
Oke, Saken udah balik. Piu. Woi. Wah, tipis banget guys.
Just one more, we should do the trick. But let's take a look at the instant replay. How it actually unfolds. If you notice, Kaltizi coming in just in the nick of time, just sacrificing himself just to take up that Lord, right? And Supercan getting shot all the way out. And if you notice how the members of AP Brand just focusing on the backline of Biggotron Alpha, immediately they're dead. Supercan got caught out of position right there. He went on the other way. He was a little bit, I bet he was a little bit confused. That Lord should have been theirs, but Kaltizi stole it away, and that took Biggotron Alpha off guard.
Silver lining was that they were able to get rid of Super Marco before Supercan went down, because I think if Super Marco stayed alive, this game would have absolutely gone off the rails for Biggotron Alpha.
Yeah, they found second, so that's actually a very good thing. And AP Brand knows that is the main win condition now. Even though Biggotron Alpha loses that Lord, they're able to stabilize just a little bit because of their sheer amount of structures, right? AP Brand still needs to go through multiple defensive structures from Biggotron Alpha to finally hit the strike at that heart. Take a look at the items. Yeah,
itu carry-nya tinggal 1 item guys ya, karena dia nyeker guys. Berbeda dengan Saken ya, yang dia pakai sepatu ya. Rose Gold, WON, Hunter Strike, terus ada WOD sama Malefic.
Also healing out of that and reducing attack speed as well. So Rizzo is also pseudo tanky there, and then also if you notice from the side of Ken also going for the blade armor as well, ignoring the immortality instead.
Blade armor diamankan oleh
you want to shred out Hellbar will watch you destroy yourself when you hit it. Get the pull. This one could be massive. Super Wind missed to get out. The damage of
Supercan. Waduh, malah tumbang guys ya.
As he gets eviscerated by Kaltizi.
Wah, ini guys bahaya. Lumayan loh cuy, sekalinya tumbang 40 detik cuy.
AP Brand can start to set up at Lord.
Yeah, Supercan cannot fight that at all, right? No pun intended right there. But you see how AP Brand is finally stabilized as well. The burst damage coming out from Few and Super Marco as well, just chunking down Supercan. The blade armor, he thought that he's actually able to do and defend himself just a little bit more. But in the end of the day, he has HP bars, but he doesn't have the armor to deal with it
Lord yang udah di-evolve guys.
because of losing Super Ken right there, it's only 13 seconds now.
Ogun. Wah, dapat sih. Tapi Immortal Ken Sorizo. Alah, wall charge loh. Ada altar guys. Sorizo masih aman sih. Woi, Saken. Wah, ini guys kesempatan emas ini guys ya. Kalau diamankan Saken. Ya, kemungkinan besar Rose Gold-nya dijual lah ya. Jangan sampai tercuri lagi Super Ken. Harapannya ada di lu nih. Free lah guys ya harusnya guys. Nah, mantap guys. Kalau ini sih feeling gue langsung end ya guys ya. Gak perlu lama-lama lah cuy. Oh ya, lihat game banget. Tapi Super Marco bentar lagi balik. 10 detik juga udah balik juga itu
Kalkizi back just in time. Could be the final push on Alpha.
Dapat dua loh guys. Wah, Piu-nya langsung tumbang. Piu tapi langsung balik sih. Lah, Floptasi tumbang guys. Lah udah sih. Wah, Super Marco tumbang juga coy. Kelas guys. GG guys. Wah, kabelnya kayak sih kelas banget ya itu. Berbentuk huruf Y ya guys ya. You lost ya. You lost gitu ya guys ya. GG sih GG. Oke guys ya, kita next ke match selanjutnya antara Eko Philippines melawan Burn Atlas guys. Bye bye.